So Donald Trump just announced he's giving out the most dishonest and corrupt media awards to its biggest offenders. This is a first. But are you surprised? Have you noticed the media is an object of criticism for the president? So what does that cause? Well, the media seems as robust as ever. Everyone's either a Woodward or a Bernstein when they aren't high. Similarly, homicides in Chicago have fallen 16% in 2017, a welcome reduction from the bloodshed that, again, made its mayor a target of Trump's ire. So do you see my point? Why didn't this reduction occur under Obama? And why wasn't the media more aggressive during the same time? The aggressive journalism and aggressive policing are actually resets, due in part to what I call the PTW effect. Prove Trump wrong effect. For years, Fox News railed against media bias. Did the media care? Not really. For the last few years, we've covered Chicago's problems. Did Rahm Emanuel listen at all? No, he slammed Chick-fil-A instead. Yet now we're seeing the media adjust its behavior over accusations of fake news. And now a city mayor, under a president who isn't his best friend, put more cops on the street. My theory? Bureaucrats and media hate Trump so much that they can't let him win the argument. So they up their game just to shut the guy up. So laugh at Trump's tweets about Chicago or Iran, the media, or whoever he chooses to target. It may be the best motivational tool we got. Geraldo, don't you think the media is now extra motivated because every time they screw up, they got to listen to Trump make fun of them?
Well, I think that I'm old enough to have lived through and been in the business during President Nixon. Mm-hmm. And he could not buy a break. Mm-hmm. President Trump, I think, gets even worse press than President Nixon did. I think that absolutely everything he does is construed in the most evil, negative way possible. And these awards that are coming out next week, next Monday, it's a gimmick. It's kind of a shtick. But on the other hand, I was in Puerto Rico with the president when Paul Krugman, the Nobel-winning economist of the New York Times, wrote the story of how President Trump's neglect of Puerto Rico led to a cholera epidemic in Puerto Rico. There was no cholera epidemic in Puerto Rico.
Are you nominating Krugman?
I nominate Paul Krugman. I nominate him, the Nobel laureate economist, for the whatever he's going to call these raspberries.
Yeah. He's on intellectual welfare. They let him say whatever he wants, and he's always wrong, Kimberly. Do you have any nominations? What do you make of these awards?
Yeah, I think this is going to be very funny. They're going to have to put everybody on CNN, like Don Lemon and Jake Tapper, and everybody on like 5-second delay because they're going to be like losing it, freaking out because they're going to try to defend themselves, say, no, we're against these awards. We're actually very fair. We're honest. What is President Trump saying? So I'm sure they're actually quite nervous about it. And I like that he's taking control of the situation. He's behind the wheel saying, I'm going to tell you what I think about you. I'm going to say it straight to your face. And that's it. I'm going to tell the whole world. I like the approach. He's using it, I think, effectively, diplomatically, the international stage, as it relates to national security, whether it's immigration, it's taxes. It's his approach. It worked for him during the campaign, so he's doing it still.
You don't think it threatens the First Amendment?
No, I think the First Amendment is solid. Last time I checked with the U.S. Supreme Court.
I think it'll be fine.
You know what it is? You know what it is, Dana? It's something you would do on a show. We put it what are your predictions for 2018 or winners and losers? This is a guy born and bred watching Fox News.
It was the first thing I thought when I saw it last night is that the 5 is going to have the best ratings on Monday. Yes. It's Monday at 5.
Yes.
I think it's good if it's done with a laugh, which I think
did it on
could
purpose.
be, right? So if it's let's hold you up for ridicule in the media, I don't think that's necessarily good. Krugman's obviously a good example. And I think if the tone and tenor of it is right, I think it could actually be kind of a joke and maybe even fun for everybody. I do think there is something to be said about how other countries see it and how other countries use it against their own people. Mm-hmm. And I think that's not good.
Really? Do you really? I've heard that argument, and I understand, and I read the editorials that always say that. But I travel a lot, and no one ever comes up to me and says, see, you have fake news in America.
What do they come up to?
What do they say?
Hey, buddy, you want to buy some?
Oh, my God.
I thought you were going to say selfie. But
that's what I thought, too. I remember when your selfie was stalking me on Instagram.
Jesse?
No, I'd say we're watching the Trump presidency, but as you said, we're watching the Trump show. And the show's on at 5, so we're going to get a great number.
I think it was on purpose.
Yes. And
because he
he's
loves the 5.
like you said in the monologue, the media into being more fair and balanced. Either that or he's just branding them as phony losers.
Yeah, but also like Rahm Emanuel. Now he's doing this. He didn't do this under Obama. Why? That's so weird to me. It's just interesting to me.
I don't think the media has enough self-awareness to course correct.
Right.
Because I think they're so blinded by the Trump hatred that they don't recognize his comedy chops.
Yeah.
If I were the CNN people getting all these awards, I would just say, I'd make fun of his hair. I'd say focus on North Korea. I'd laugh about it.
Yeah.
But they
Yes.
think
They're a
this
little
is
humorless.
like a press genocide. And they're all victims, and the First Amendment's under attack.
5 second
and they
delay.
take themselves way too seriously.
All right.